I walk a lonely road, the only road that I have ever known.
Let's see, how am I gonna wake her up this time? Well, she attacked me yesterday, so... Izuku jumps up on top of YN and starts to brutally attack her with tickles. She explodes in laughter. What the heck, Izuku? I can't breathe. This is revenge for yesterday! Wake up! After waking up properly, getting changed and ready for the day, a grumpy YN and a satisfied yet partially attacked as well Izuku exit out the house. What happened to you two? Katsuki! Your hair's still... I can't get it the way it was, no matter what I do. Is that why you're in front of our house? I don't know how you do it. You just mess with it and then it's back to normal. I don't understand. Well, if you want my help, you're gonna have to catch me. What? I use my new ability to make me and Izuku fly away. Come back here now! Nope! Bye, Katsuki! Me and Izuku flew away. Is this what you were training for the entire time of your internship? Cool, right? Gotta admit, kinda. We flew out of there with style. Straight to UA. We beat Katsuki with amazing time. To the point where I started talking with Jiro and Mina and Froppy for a little bit, while Izuku went to go talk to Todoroki and to Todoroki and Ida. Sorry, I almost forgot there for a second. Ryan, come back here! Oh, he's finally here, I say, breaking the conversation. What the heck, Bakugo? I hear Kiri and Sero start laughing their heads off at Katsuki's head. I can't get it to the way it was. I tried everything. I could hear them laughing their heads off. It made me kind of want to laugh too. Dang it, Wyatt! Stop laughing and fix this! I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you all! I'd like to see you try, pretty boy! What did you just say to me? And just like that, Katsuki's hair was back to normal. It was too funny, the scene in front of me. I went back to where Katsuki was at and ruffled his hair to its proper and, best position? I don't know. The way Katsuki likes his hair. About time. I'm sorry, Katsuki, but that was just too funny. Katsuki takes a seat as I walk back to where Jiro, Froppy, Mina, all of us were at. We started talking about our internships. Seriously? You gotta fight bad guys? That's so cool! Mine was so boring! Well, I didn't really get to help fight anybody. I just gotta help people evacuate and escape. Mine consisted mostly of just, cleaning the deck and, swapping in and stuff like that. Though there was that one time we caught a bunch of drug smugglers. That was cool. I think in my head, that's so cool. Me and Katsuki got to work a lot together since the agencies we chose were so close to each other. I got to do a lot of patrolling, side working. Oh, and we took down an entire base by ourselves with our with the people we intern with. All three of them looked at me wide-eyed. Really? Yeah, we took down a whole entire agency. I started to feel proud of myself, but I hopefully didn't let that show too much. What about you, Uraraka? We all looked at Uraraka and whoa. I think she found her fighting spirit. I can't believe in 2 weeks she's like a totally different person. Suddenly Mineta popped up, along with Denki. So suddenly Denki popped up, along with Mineta, sorry. Don't be fooled. All women secretly are demons on the inside. What did Mountain Lady do to you? I started to think in my head, good job, Mountain Lady, you kicked him into shape. But not shaped enough, apparently. If you want to know who really changed, it's those three. Denki pointed at Ida, Todoroki, and Izuku. Oh yeah, Izuku told me everything that happened. It's so... Ugh. Made me so mad. But I promised I would let it go. I promised I would let it go. Ojiro started talking about the person they had fought. All right, they were trying to pretend it was Endeavor, right? After a bit more talking, Denki suddenly popped up. Yeah, but did you see that weird video? It's all over the internet. I didn't even know there was a video. Yeah, the hero killer, yeah, although being a bad guy, he's like super tenacious and stuff. He's pretty cool. Denki! Me and Izuku both yelled. Sorry, he looked at Ida. No, that's quite alright, Ida said. Ida looked at his arm for a little bit, and then went into the most boring rant of his life. Dang it, Denki, next time keep your mouth shut, I whispered towards Denki. Jiro said something too, and then Denki just apologized over and over. After that, All Might took us for some regular, usual training. Izuku, along with Shiro, Ida, Mina, and Ojiro, were up first, and all the rest of us had to watch and wait while watching a scream. I stood next to Katsuki. Okay, how's this gonna play out? Everyone was starting to place bets. I, being the good sister I am, betted for Izuku. Even though in my mind, I know he had the potential to win, but I knew he was gonna probably make a mistake because he's overthinking things. Hopefully he can just keep a leveled head, even though we're talking about Izuku here. So far, whoa, Izuku's doing really good. Wait, those are Katsuki's moves. I closed my eyes in suspension while I slowly peeked them open to look at Katsuki. Oh, yep, he's noticed. I look at Katsuki, and he looks back at me. Those are my moves. Yes? Wait, isn't he supposed to be breaking his bones? Someone suddenly said. I look back. Looks like he got a better handle on his quirk. Some people started talking about his quirk. Made me think about his quirk again. But at the same time, that's good! I yell out, finally! You're not breaking your bones, you're listening to me! Good job, Izuku, good job! I start yelling frantically. People look at me like as if I'm crazy, but hey, try having a brother that breaks his bones all the time. You try having a brother like that! You're gonna freaking have a heart attack every 5 minutes. Some people started to laugh while Katsuki just looked more mad per second. Though one small slip and... whee! And there goes Izuku. No! You were doing so good! And 0-1. Dang it. Sorry. I knew I wasn't gonna win anyway. All Might seemed to have whispered something to Izuku, and then all of them left. After the training that day, Izuku said he'd be right back talking to All Might. He had to talk to All Might. I told Izuku, hey, when you're done, can you tell All Might I want to talk to him? What? Not for anything weird or anything. It's just that person you intern with. Gran Torino, right? Yeah. Like I told you before, he sounded familiar to me for some reason. I would like to talk to All Might about it, considering you said All Might knew him. Oh, okay. I'll tell him when we're done talking. Okay. The next day, Aizawa started talking to us about the upcoming final exams. Oh no. No! No! This is one thing I was not hoping for. Oh, I hate this. We started to hear rumors across, after a while through the school day, we started to hear a couple rumors. Robots? Oh, please let it be robots. The written exam didn't seem to be too hard, at least when it comes up. Denki and Mina started complaining about how they might fail the test. I look at both of them. Honestly, if you guys just try your hardest and listen to classes, you'll do just fine. Says the person who got 5th in midterms! What? It's really not that hard when you think about it. Both of them, basically teared up. Todoroki said something as well. She's right, you know. As long as you just pay attention, it's really not that hard. They looked over to Izuku, Todoroki, and Ida, who all equally got really good scores. All of you are evil, they say. I laugh at that. That was funny. Though I think I'm gonna do just fine. Momo offered to help some of us study. I should probably get some studying in too. Then it made me think, hey Izuku. Do you want to study together? We haven't hanged out in a while because of school, so you want to study together? Sure. Are you going to invite anybody else, or... I think Katsuki has his hands full, so you don't have to worry about him. It can just be like the two of us. Like when we were younger. Izuku smiled at that. Sure. After a while, after a couple more days of studying with Izuku, which turned out to be very fun. Laughing, getting studies done, playing many little fun games with pencils and erasers, whatever we could think of. It was pretty fun. The day of the midterms came, and I passed with flying colors. Okay, next part of the exam. We all get into the bus. Pretty boring bus ride. Doo-doo-doo. We eventually make it there after a long, boring bus ride. So how was your time with Izuku? Oops! Sorry, guys. I read that wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I read that wrong. So how was your... Sorry. So how was your time with Deku? It was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. You guys had fun studying? Yes, we had fun studying. Are we still going to do that hangout that you planned? Maybe. After we finally got there, I noticed all the teachers were there. What are the teachers doing here? After a bit of explaining coming from our principal, Principal Nezu. Wait, we're fighting the teachers? And we're fighting in groups of 3. Oh, great. I guess it makes the most sense. Fighting in groups of 3. Are you kidding me? Fighting? Wait. We're fighting against All Might? I nearly fainted. I remember earlier in the week, Katsuki had yelled at Izuku that during the final exam, he was going to crush Izuku with a very serious manner. That part's not going to change. But now that we're working together, me, Izuku, and Katsuki, uh-oh. After he finished announcing, okay, we're going last. That gives me time to think of a strategy. Plan! Katsuki grabs my hand and walks away. Wait, shouldn't we take Izuku with us, like, to talk strategy? Come on. Wait, Kachan, shouldn't we? Frick off, Deku. Oh, come on! Katsuki pulls me aside, and he starts to talk. Okay, so we know that idiot's quirk, and wait, you actually brought me to talk strategy? I thought you... Shush it. Katsuki and me talk strategy for a little bit. Before he goes into a rant of why he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight All Might with Deku and blah 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 blah, and yada yada yada. Katsuki, I finally say, what? I didn't know what to say. I just looked at him I just looked straight into his eyes, hoping he would try to understand what I'm trying to say anyway. Look, after what happened on our first training day, I wanted to beat him, and now I can't do that. I tried to reason with Katsuki, but he just shoved my ideas away. Go see Izuku or... Damn it, I keep saying Izuku. I'm sorry, guys. Go see Deku or something, okay? Jeez, I need some time to think. Okay. I gotta see where Izuku's at. I figured he'd probably be watching the matches, considering that's most likely what he'd be doing. I wasn't really paying attention before, but now that I'm noticing, the matches are going by pretty dang fast. Okay. Izuku! Lion, did you talk with Katsuki? Did you talk with Kachan? Yeah. He actually did talk strategy for a little bit, but then told me he needed some time to think and other stuff. I see. Right now, we should just think of how we're going to deal with Katsuki and our own form of strategy while watching these matches. Yeah. Me and Izuku talk strategy the entire time until it's almost time for our match. I go to meet up with... You should probably go find Kachan to make sure he's actually showing up. I got it, don't worry. You should probably just get ready for our match with All Might. I know. It made me have a flashback to when I actually got to talk to All Might. Just like Izuku said, just like Izuku promised, actually, he said I would be able to talk to All Might. Because he would talk to him. I managed to actually get some time to talk to All Might as well, and, well, I asked him about Gran Torino. He told me a little bit of what he knew. But then something interesting came up in that conversation. I told him how I heard that name before. A picture in my dad's... It suddenly came to me. A picture in my dad's office had a picture of 3 people. A girl with black hair. Sorry, a woman with black hair. And a man named Gran Torino. I remember asking my father about it, and he said that was Nana and Gran Torino. That's all he told me. That's probably where I heard that name before. When I told All Might that, he had a worried look for a little bit. I snap out of my thoughts though when I finally see Katsuki. There you are. Come on, we're starting to get ready for our battle. Katsuki was silent. Katsuki? He looked away. I left Katsuki with my quirk. Put me down! You said a word to me! I'm not in the mood. Come on, Katsuki. We have to work together. We make it there. Katsuki is still very silent. He walks ahead of both me and Izuku. We look at each other and say, we gotta convince him somehow. Gachan, we need to start talking strategy. All 3 of us are a team after all, and it should be all 3 of us talking. Together? Katsuki continues to walk. Oh, come on, what mood is he in now? I think in my head. Katsuki, come on. He just wants to talk about strategy. It's not like anything bad's happening yet. Come on, we're up against All Might. We have to talk seriously about this. Katsuki just shoves both of us off. Izuku starts to talk about how since we're facing All Might, we don't have to really think that much about what his abilities are, and how we should just run for it. Katsuki then states how he'll beat All Might unconscious. I almost want to laugh at that statement, but I don't because Katsuki would kill me. Katsuki, come on! Izuku tries one more time to influence Katsuki and then gets hit in the face, knocking backwards. I slap Katsuki in the back of his head. Katsuki! I don't want to hear a damn more word out of both of you! Shut up and stop following me! I hope Izuku back up. We have to work together, but how is this gonna work? I'm trying to rack a strategy in my head, but we're against All Might. I don't want to do this. But we have no choice. Look, Katsuki, please, we're gonna be against All Might himself, and he's probably already on his way here to pummel us into a new one. Can we at least try to attempt a strategy? Katsuki's eyes go downcast. Now I'm starting to get mad. All Might could be here any second, about to beat our brains in, and Katsuki's trying to act like a freaking child, not wanting to talk to us about plan? Come on! Izuku starts to yell back at Katsuki about important stuff, then Katsuki yells back at Izuku, and both of them are fighting, and I'm just sick and tired of it, and will both of you shut the heck up? I swear to God, if one more word comes from either of you, I'm gonna burn your eyeballs out! Both of them instantly stop in their tracks, and I just stand there pissed off. I swear to God, both of you, we don't even have time for this. All Katsuki looks at me, along with Izuku, terrified. But both of their terrified looks at me gets stopped by a gust of wind heading our way. Ah, crap! All Might found us! I quickly lift the two boys and I rush out of the way of the wind explosion. I don't know what to call it. But we get pushed anyway. Dang it! Suddenly, the dust clears, and the three of us that were on the floor... the dust clears, including my dust, by the way. And suddenly All Might starts to come out way more intimidating than I remember. Holy crap, the fact that I'm not dying right now of just pure his voice is shocking me alone. He starts to come at us. Oh god, we gotta run! Izuku starts to say, "Don't tell me what to do, Deku! Damn it, I don't have time for both of you!" I think in my head, oh, crap, what do I do? All Might comes straight towards Katsuki. Katsuki blinds All Might for a little bit, where I take this as an advantage and I go for his ankles. Maybe if I can... He grabs Katsuki by the face while Katsuki throws small explosions at him. I hit Izuku with a rock on the floor, signaling him to wake up from your stands and come on! He looks at what we're doing, and I go around his ankles with my quirk, pulling him forward, making the explosions hurt more. But that doesn't work, because he jumps back up from where I was at and tries to throw Katsuki into the ground. I use my quirk as fast as I can to help to push All Might off of Katsuki, pushing them apart from each other, throwing All Might very far back. All Might quickly gets back to his feet and comes straight towards me. I make a quick dodge to the right. I'm getting a hold of All Might's bunny hair? I don't know. His hair, throwing his head into the ground so that I make sure that he lands and I didn't. While I try to sneak away, he grabs my ankle, making me fall straight into the ground, nose first. Oh! I hear Katsuki and Izuku both yell my name as I wave them off. Katsuki goes straight for All Might again, while All Might, Katsuki jumps and tries to land onto All Might's back. I yell at Katsuki, "No! Aim for the side!" Katsuki seemed to have forgot that, and All Might quickly grabbed his ankle, spun him around a bit, and threw him onto the ground. Ah, crap! Oh no. Katsuki took a minute to get back up, making All Might take a minute to charge towards me. I yell, "Izuku, are you gonna help us a little bit or no?" Izuku came and punched All Might in the face, while All Might used a big blast onto the floor to make all of us fly backwards, even Katsuki, who had just barely gotten back up. With this, it took me a couple seconds to open my eyes, but when I did, All Might was already there. He picked me up with one arm, then threw me straight into Katsuki. I landed right into Katsuki as he was trying to get back up himself. As he was trying to get back up himself. Sorry about that, guys. And we both went tumbling backwards. What a good attack you guys got, All Might suddenly said. But don't be fooled. I didn't forget about any of you. He went to where Izuku was at, and while Izuku was trying to decide whether to run or to actually try to fight, when he turns back to Izuku, Katsuki pushes me off of him and then jumps back into the air. Sorry, guys, hold on. Okay, guys, sorry about that. It's okay, don't worry. Anyway, where was I? Katsuki flies into the air, trying to get a good hit on All Might while he's being distracted by Izuku, but then Izuku jumps back and they land next to each other, hitting each other. Dang it, guys. Well. Oh well. I get back up while those two are good distracting All Might and try to aim for an attack again. As I try to deploy an attack, though, Katsuki gets back up and starts to argue again with Izuku. My attack happens to work on All Might, making him fall again, making him look back at me on the floor using my quirk. He quickly creates another dust explosion, wind, powered cloud, whatever you call it, around himself to make the dust that I had there go away. It flew out of distance, and I could barely feel where they were all at, considering they're tiny particles that I was trying to hope that he wouldn't notice. Dang it! He quickly flew out while Katsuki and Izuku were still arguing? I run to go see what they were talking about. Can you guys focus on the... I'm back! And there's All Might. Izuku! He had just pinned Izuku with a piece of metal to the ground? Oh, crap. Izuku! I rush to go help him when I get almost kicked in the face by All Might. I quickly dodge, using my quirk on the leg that he kicked me with as an excuse, and flip him like a ballerina. As he quickly kicks the dust away, he goes back to his stance. Your quirk is a little tricky, I must admit, young Miss Midoriya. But with enough wind pressure, it's easy to avoid. Dang it. High wind pressures and water. I didn't think. Damn it. I started to overthink about my quirk. Dang it, 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 dang it. I looked back to where All Might and Katsuki were. He grabbed Katsuki and... Katsuki? Katsuki was being brutally attacked by All Might alone. Oh, crap. I have to act quick. I ran to Izuku. Since, I don't know if I can save Katsuki, I quickly throw my big old portion of my quirk towards where All Might and Katsuki were, trying to separate the two. As I use another portion of my quirk, trying to lift the horribly grating thing, holding my bro down. Come on! Izuku was trying to help me too as we were staring at Katsuki getting pummeled through my mist trying to help him. Katsuki was not okay. After the brutal attack on Katsuki, after a while, All Might just punched him in the gut, and oh my god, Katsuki had puked. I don't know how much longer I can watch this. My quirk was useless with how quick All Might was. I couldn't get a grab on him. He was making sure to go extremely fast with his movements to throw my quirk away. I was useless in this situation. Dang it. All Might started to walk up while dashing his hands all around him to make sure my quirk didn't get him. He walked up to Katsuki talking to him, when suddenly Katsuki said he'd rather lose? I looked back at Izuku. We almost had the thing off of him. I gave it one final gigantic tug, and Izuku managed to escape it. But the moment I got Izuku free, he went straight towards Katsuki and punched him out of the way for All Might's hit. He was thinking the same thing I was. We were both extremely pissed off at that statement. Don't you say you'd rather lose! Let's win this, Kachan! He was frantic, I guess? I don't know. I went up to All Might as fast as I humanly could, using my quirk to help me. I did a roundhouse kick right onto his head, throwing him onto the ground, using my quirk on him to throw him into a building. I was pissed off. I ran up to where Katsuki and Izuku were at. When I make it back to where they landed, Izuku picked up Katsuki and we both started running away. Izuku was jumping like a bunny, but I had no time to focus on that. We both ran away as fast as humanly possible. All Might seemed to be recovering from the building throw as very fast. Very, very fast. Not fair. All Might's over there, recovering. We're over here, dying. Okay. What am I gonna do? After a while, Katsuki punched Izuku to let him go. Both of them let go as we took a break to stop and breathe. I covered my mouth. My anxiety is making my quirk even worse. Pardon me, I tell them as I go to a trash can and release. Especially seeing Katsuki vomit, that was disgusting. You okay? I don't know. Do you want to finally talk strategy, Bakugo? I called him by his last name. He could tell I was mad. Izuku started to talk to Katsuki again. About why he shouldn't give up. It was true. Ever since we were kids, this is not his way. What would make him think that he wanted to give up just because he's working with my bro and me? I know he has this whole mental thing against Izuku, but jeez. I mean, come on, it's only for a little bit. I look at Izuku. He looks at Katsuki while continuing to speak his mind. Katsuki then jumps at Izuku and explodes the wall next to him, which makes me very worried. Me and Izuku both have a face of worry, but then Katsuki opens up and starts talking strategy. For both of us. For all three of us. In that moment, I felt, 1, proud, 2, relieved. For the first time today, I'm relieved. Why can't we just fight robots? Anywho, All Might was running, and Katsuki continued with the plan, jumped behind him. Katsuki started to shoot random attacks while I covered the air that was around All Might in my mist. Suddenly, Katsuki yelled, "Now!" as I put all the dust that was surrounding in the air that were hidden by the explosions onto All Might, clutching around his body, making him unable to move, all except for his head, of course. I didn't want to choke the guy. I captured him as best of my abilities while he took a full blast, unable to dodge anywhere, onto his weak spot from where Izuku blasted full power of Katsuki's weapon. I heard Katsuki complain a little bit after the blast, and after Katsuki reminded him, we have to run. All three of us continue running. I use my quirk to help Izuku kind of fly out of there. Once I release my quirk from All Might, giving him the, back flash wave thing that made him fly a little bit. Out of just body smack. I don't know. He got hit by a powerful attack and didn't experience the effect until after I let my quirk go. I might look down for a little bit. I think we're good for a little bit. Exit should be over there. After a while, we actually were able to see the gate, which was pretty dang cool. Finally! Izuku looked behind us. It looks like he's not even following us. Do you think we actually knocked him out? Of course not! It's impossible to knock him out, as you keep crying about. Please don't tell me we're gonna start fighting now! We almost got this! We just have, hopefully, enough speed and enough to get away from him. We're obviously not gonna we're not gonna get that. He's gonna be here probably any minute now, and Katsuki starts to talk a little bit about strategy when all of a sudden I get pushed down and All Might takes my place of where we were running. Since I was in between the two, for obvious reasons, my head got pushed down. I almost tripped and fell on the floor while All Might was using my head to balance while flying? I don't know. And say, I see, what next will you do? Quickly, Katsuki got into a fighting position as I grabbed All Might's hand to throw him forward, but he quickly threw my hand away, throwing me right into Katsuki's gauntlet. Ow! Breaking it into a million pieces. Ow! I'm gonna feel that tomorrow morning. I landed straight into his gauntlet, breaking into a million pieces, and then I flew into the building. Payback is bad, isn't it? Ah, young Miss Midoriya. Ow! The building was not friendly. I have to admit, I mumble out. After that, All Might says some cheesy die line, and then after that, he just up and kicks Katsuki right underneath the chin, straight into another building like me. Like, come on. After that, Izuku tries to run for Katsuki, but gets pulled back by All Might as well. I'm slowly recovering from the horribleness that happened as I slowly try to hover myself out of this horrible position. Until I realize something. My back. I have an open wound. I put my hand to cover it, noticing my quirk was already spilling out. Ah, crap! I see Katsuki and Izuku. I look back at where Katsuki and Izuku were at, and when I look back at the scene, though, All Might was carrying a almost passed out Izuku and stomping on top of Katsuki. Dang it. An open wound injury that can be very bad for me. Dang it. I had no choice. I slowly take my hand off of my back where it's bleeding pretty bad, along with acid spilling out. I release some of the acid out of my back, and it's kind of like, I kind of now have a spider claw coming out. Like, you know in Spider-Man, when he has his suit and he deploys all the, in the metal suit where he deploys, all those, spider-like legs on his back? Picture one coming out of Wyan's back on the side. Anyways, moving on. I hardened it enough so it should keep it from going. I run I slowly get myself off from where the whole scene was happening. And I hit All Might I hit All Might as much. I run towards All Might, flying full force, and hit him straight in the face. Straight in the face with my hand, while using my new claw coming straight out of my back to poke him, sort of stabbing type him right into the painful side that I know is bad. All Might loses his grip on Izuku as I stab him, making him become loose. It seemed like he had been talking to both of them for a little bit. It looked like he was even about to throw Izuku. But before he could, well, my attack had happened. I was very angry, as most could tell. I flew with All Might, purposely grabbing onto his face where I had punched, and threw him straight into about 2 buildings. Completely pissed. Why you're back? I didn't even look at Izuku. All Might came flying back at us, full force towards me, mainly right now. As I was about to ready another attack, I was pushed back as in a gigantic explosion, huge explosion, happened towards, All Might. Whoa! Just, whoa! When I was pulled back, both of them looked at me worried, as I just gruffly said, "Just worry about All Might." They looked at me even more concerned as I pointed towards where All Might was. With that huge explosion and where All Might went flying into the air. Quick, make your brother fly. What? I quickly made him into a flying position. He was already in air, while Katsuki spun him around a bit, yelling words at him. Get ready to fly! Wait, what? And there goes Izuku! Crap, my quirk isn't gonna help him because he's flying too high in the air. I quickly go to try to catch him as Katsuki holds me back. Izuku will go and reach the gate. Both of us will have to fight All Might down. Are you crazy? I think in my head. Okay. Are you gonna be okay to fight? I'm fine. A little bit of blood came out of my mouth from that last cough. That almost made Katsuki turn very, very white pale. Katsuki, you look like the same color as a napkin. Calm down. I wiped the blood off. I'm fine. As long as we just finish this quickly. Very quickly. With a new hamster smash, All Might jumps really high into the air, stopping me and Katsuki's mini conversation that we had, straight into Izuku's back. Oh, I can hear the crunch from over here. Oh, dang it. Is Izuku gonna be okay? But before I could worry, Katsuki jumps up and does a gigantic explosion. Wait, won't that... Damn it, Katsuki, you better be freaking careful. I don't want your arms blowing off. I look back at both of them. It's like time almost stopped for a couple seconds. Katsuki and Izuku. Izuku's back, I think, is broken. And Katsuki might blow his arms off. Literally. Hey, is it really worth winning at this point? I picked up Izuku with my quirk. I start to help Izuku get closer to the gate while I go after All Might with Katsuki. He's using his quirk too much. I don't care how strong he may think he is, but if he goes too hard, he might lose his arms. I went straight for All Might. While All Might was distracted with a gigantic Katsuki blast, I kicked him right where I know it hurts. Well, for All Might anyway. Right in his side where I saw that injury. I kicked him 3 times in the same area by doing a spin kick. After that, I punched him straight into the face. It's like time stopped right then and there, and I was faster than a bullet. I must have been really mad. I threw All Might straight into the ground. With my help, Izuku was able to get really close to the gate. All Might coughed out some blood and then jumped up straight to where Izuku was at. Katsuki got back up from where he was at and tried to do a gigantic explosion. But even with the explosion, All Might dodged, grabbed his face, and smashed him straight into the ground, saying, "Good night, young Bakugo?" You never seen two Midoriyas more pissed than right now. Well, one Midoriya was scared, and the other Midoriya was about to kill somebody. Izuku went for. Izuku hit him straight in the face. I heard a little bit of what Katsuki was saying while we were about to kill All Might. Katsuki, well, he wasn't asleep, obviously. But hopefully he was okay. Izuku punched All Might straight in the face, while I flu kick him right in the stomach. He did an entire 180 flip, and we pushed him back far enough to where Izuku got Katsuki and put him over his shoulder. We ran out to where the Exa was at. Well, I basically flew all of us because, damn, Izuku could not walk right. And we all made it through the gate. All Might looked like he couldn't stand. Maybe something was wrong? I don't know. I didn't care at that moment. Point is, we got out. We passed, but at what cost? Very quickly, Recovery Girl showed up. I released my quirk from my back, passing out almost instantly. Katsuki, I think, was unconscious, and Izuku only managed to worm his way, after falling onto the ground, worm his way to where I was at and covered my back. He knew if my quirk spilled out too much, I would have to be rushed to the ER. Well, the emergency room. Sorry. For those who don't know what ER stands for. We passed, but at what cost? Okay, guys, I'm going to end it here. This episode became a lot longer than I thought it would. This outro is going to be short, so I'm just going to go ahead and say goodbye. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys liked it. It took a little long to edit, but hopefully you guys like these 2 episodes. Tomorrow, there will probably be another episode, but we'll see what happens then. I'm thinking about doing a first draft. What do you guys think? Bye, my little mangoes, and see you guys next time. Stay safe, stay clean, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, my little mangoes!